Mavericks look to take charge at the American Airlines Center in Dallas, Texas, and we're going to bring it to you live. With Brett Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. So for the Mavericks, their last game, a loss to the Houston Rockets. And boy, they really got humiliated at home. They got flat out dominated in that game, guys.
And the biggest problem for them in that game, even as they got into foul trouble, they could just never pull back.
Yeah, they just stayed aggressive the whole way, and you love the effort, but the fouls limited what they could do with their rotations here tonight.
So Dallas will get the first possession. They're getting some early returns on the season, Brent, for top teams that are already looking great. How early is too early to start thinking about things like home court advantage?
Well, it's kind of like Christmas, Kevin. It's never too early to start thinking about the home court advantage. You know, a lot of veteran teams would tell you that they're not concerned about whether their game would travel come playoff time. But home court advantage is something that they would all like to have. Trust me.
Now let's take a look at the starters for New Orleans. The bigs inside, Davis and Cousins. Collison is out there with Etuan Moore, and it's the great one in at the 3 spot. Smith on the wing. He's covered by Collison. Smith dishes to Barnes. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
This guy is so tough to guard. He feels like he can take any challenge that the defense is going to throw at him.
And Moore kicks to Collison. Not enough on that one as it misses.
And I know we want to assume these shots are going in. The defense definitely blew an assignment there, but still got lucky.
On defense, Dallas. Cousins, the pass to the great one. Can't get the bucket from 20 feet out.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good look.
Noel, that one doesn't drop. Excellent D there from the great one.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
Davis setting the pick for Collison. And that one's good by Davis.
Well, when Davis can get that kind of position down low, those kinds of looks are pretty much golden.
Smith dishes to Barnes. Now here's Powell. He's coming off a 16-point game against Houston.
And his rebounding was solid in that effort as well. He did a lot of work on the glass. All around it, just his effort level was off the charts.
Here's the great one. Here's Cousins. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket. Dallas has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's Smith. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And Smith just so crafty with that floater, showing great body control on a rather difficult shot.
Now here's Collison. He had 10 points in the win against the Lakers.
But it didn't deter him from attacking defensively. His pressure was terrific. He also got 3 steals in that game.
Here's Cousins. Cousins missing again. Smith against Collison. Powell with the screen. Trying to find Smith. He's got it now. Shot clock at 6. Here's Barnes. That one doesn't drop. And New Orleans will come the other way. Their last game a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
And you know what? Up against a weak defense, they were allowed to do pretty much whatever they wanted.
Yeah, what I like, though, besides that, is that they just didn't settle for it, because weak defenses, you could take bad shots. That's not what they did here tonight.
Outside Matthews. Over in the corner, Barnes. There's a screen by Noel. Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession.
Let's take a look at DeMarcus Cousins' numbers. He's coming off an excellent season. He was around 23 points a game, 10 rebounds, and 4 assists. And impressive numbers, no doubt. It's the kind of run we've come to expect from him.
synergy, all elements right now working together, and the game is coming so easy right now.
And again, no good by New Orleans. And now the fast break. Matthews with the ball and count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
I really like the awareness, noticing that he's got the mismatch, and then he just used his size as his advantage on the layup.
I'm not sure, Greg, there's a player who better fits the description of a grinder than Wes Matthews.
Yeah, so tough, too. I mean, mentally and physically. He talks about inflicting his personality on the team, and he truly is what I call a culture builder. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And Cousins kicks to Collison. No good on the 3. Dallas leading by 5. Pass to Smith. On the wing, Barnes. Outside Matthews. There's a screen by Noel. Matthews goes in. No good there. Pelicans trail by 5. More with it. Now
What a throw down by AD. He really rocks the rim with that one.
And that replay sponsored by Under Armour. Another unleash chaos moment, giving us an excellent perspective on the play. Here's Collison. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Smith kicks to Barnes. Dallas, no good that time either.
And right now, I think just his demeanor is hurting the team. His shooting's been off, and he knows it.
And it's Davis missing.
Well, the D did their job there. Excellent contest to alter the close ranger.
Smith kicks to Matthews. Dishes to Barnes. Inside. There's Noel. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Noel's got his first points of the night.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Here's the great one. Coming off a solid outing against the Lakers. And Cousins gets it to go.
I just like to see Cousins just stay confident. Even when the defense gets tight, Cousins so confident in his ability to score.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. Brent, the last team you played for, the Houston Rockets. Your dad, your older brother John, also played for the Rockets. What's this connection between the city of Houston and the Berry family?
I've asked them that same question in Houston, and I even talked to Daryl Morey about putting a Berry graveyard across the street where it is that all 3 of us, our career had ended. I'd love to see a tombstone over there with Rick, John, and Brent.
Well,
maybe we'll add a few more to it, Kevin.
Well, the way you played there, the way you played your career, and your family played, obviously you've set a standard in the league. But that was an interesting stuff that you all were there at one time.
I think it's crazy that we all ended in Houston. That was weird.
It is. It is.
3 careers ended with one organization.
That's something.
Weird.
The great one passes to Withy. Chandler with the steal. And here we go. Here's Anderson. Pass to Robinson. Shot from 16. Shot is good.
Anderson has great vision as a point forward. Exceptional court awareness.
Holiday dishes to Withy. Back to Holiday. Passes to the great one. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-handed.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Now here's Williams. Had a tough time getting anything going against the Rockets. He was a non-factor. Holiday with the block. And a fast breakdown for the Pelicans. A pull-up. Out of bounds. It'll be Mavericks ball.
And this is where you have to sharpen up your passing. That's a careless turnover.
Mavericks trail by 4. Matthews and Barnes, they're the wings. Nerlens Noel is out there with Powell. And it's Smith in at the point guard. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Traps in the tray.
That screen made it impossible for the defense to put up any kind of fight.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. The great one in that last game against the Lakers was phenomenal. He ended up with 22 points and did his work on the boards, rounding it off with some stellar defense. His was the kind of all-around performance coaches love to see. Felt like he was a factor in just about every play. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks. He lifted his game to an unreal level that night.
Yeah, he showed how dangerous he is when he's at his best. And, man, he'd love to keep that hot streak going here tonight.
Would you guys be surprised if he doesn't keep it going? I mean, the only way to follow up a game like that is with an even better one.
Pelicans shooting their 4th attempt at the free throw line right here.
And their free throw percentage as a unit last year, 76%, right around the middle of the road.
Now here's Barnes. 5 points in the game. Matthews into the lane, and he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. And there's the foul against New Orleans. He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line. He hits the second from the line. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in this second quarter of play. Now the pass to the great one. Davis sets a screen to the left wing. Cousins, the pass to the great one.
Come on.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. And this matchup with the Mavericks, it's the first meeting of the season.
Yeah, and they took care of business against this group last year, winning the season series.
A chance here to assess what parts of the floor the attempts have been coming from as we look at the shot chart for Dallas.
And really, there's just such a lack of scoring for them from out at the top of the arc in terms of three-point range. And in today's game, you have to get scoring from the three-point range. And that area out above the free throw line extended is a real weak spot for them so far.
Mavericks trail by 3. Barnes outside. Screen by Smith. Barnes kicks to Matthews. Over Holiday.
Well, some credit to Holiday there on the defensive end. Hand up to contest the shot.
Cousins dishes to Holiday. Screen by Cousins. The 3. Mavericks with the rebound.
Nothing seems to be going down for him today.
In shot on the way. Barnes can't get it to go.
Well, he's gotten shots up, but they're not finding the rim. The squad's suffering because of it right now. A bit out of rhythm.
The great one passes to Holiday. Matthews with the steal. And it's Matthews with the jam.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
We've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Well, this team now has to settle in right here and have a great possession without getting so aggressive that you compound your mistake.
Davis with a screen on Smith. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Cousins with the bucket.
He's been on his A game, seeking good shots, and he's a huge reason why tonight they're winning.
Mavericks trail by 3. Smith kicks to Matthews. And there's the feed to Barnes. Powell with the screen. Off the pick. Barnes with another miss.
And something we always talk about, though, shot selection.
Well, being aggressive is one thing, but aggression with control is another, and you need both elements working together.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
And Drew Holiday is 6'4". Maybe Brett closer to 6'5" in shoes. Huge for the point guard position.
That size helps him out a lot defensively, especially when he uses his hands as well as he does. And most of the point guards in the league, Kevin, are good defensively at tipping passes and predicting plays. Drew Holiday has all of the physical sets to be a more dominant defender at that position.
Here's the great one. Harrison Barnes picking up that last basket. Here's Davis over Noel, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
AD already in his young career averaging over 22 points a game, and he can score in isolation, but where he's very elite is finishing off the assist, and also as a guy who runs the floor at his size extremely well.
Now here's Matthews. That's in, and that's his 4th basket of the night. He's taken 7 shots, a solid 57%.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Here's the great one. Outside Holiday to the paint. Davis. Oh, took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top. But instead, he'll shoot free throws.
Sometimes all you can do is wrap up Davis and hope he doesn't make the shot.
And with Davis's length, awfully tough, Brent, to block his shot around the basket.
I think that gives him confidence that he can get around any defender. And Kevin, I would tell you, if Anthony Davis is a good defender himself, he can pick up some of the visual clues against the guys who are trying to defend him, where he can become a more offensive player.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Matthews. And so here is New Orleans. Collison dishes to Cousins. Now here is Davis. Guarded by Powell. Holiday with the 3. And the Pelicans miss again.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
Oh, man, he'd love to have that one back. He just does everything right, but doesn't get the finish.
So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And when you look at Dennis Smith Jr., you aren't blown away by the physicality at first, but he's incredibly gifted for a player his size. Great speed and quickness to blow by defenders.
Nick Young's checked in for the Mavericks. Williams comes in for Wesley Matthews. Now here is Holiday. 9 points last game. Davis, the pass to Collison. Cousins with a screen for Collison. And with Dennis Smith, it isn't just burst of speed, it's his play in the open floor and Greg running end to end, which is phenomenal.
Yeah, he also just jumps and finishes at the rim like a shooting guard. He's only probably 6'2", 6'3", but he gets up in the air like a wing player. He's a lot like Derrick Rose was when he burst on the scene.
Diallo, he's checked in for New Orleans. Jerebko comes in for Anthony Davis. Smith for 3, and the 3-ball is good. Smith's got 7 points in the game.
And Smith continues to look better from deep, showing great touch from beyond the arc.
Here's the great one, defended by Young. They get it back. Diallo, an amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Diallo's got his first basket.
Bucket earned, out muscling and out hustling everybody for the rebound.
Outside Williams. Powell with the screen.
Oh, come on.
Barnes with it. Working on Jerebko. Back to Williams. Fires the 3. Rebounded by Jerebko. Pelicans leading by 4. Here's Holiday. The shot, no good. Nice D from Williams. Lobs it up. It's blocked, and they get it back. Here's Young. Pelicans with the rebound.
And the defense is just not very aggressive. Definitely fortunate that the mid-range jumper did not find the bottom of the net that time.
Here's the great one, covered by Barnes. Here's Diallo with the second effort, and the layup is good. Diallo's got 4 points this quarter.
And that is one thing he does very well. His intensity on the glass helps lead to these high percentage putbacks for his team.
Powell with the screen. Holiday against Williams. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
And giving up a lot of inches, he was still, though, determined to make the play.
Yeah, this is the time you can use that word, tenacity. Some guys wouldn't even try that shot, but he goes in there undeterred.
A nice shot by Collison.
And maybe a little disengaged in the first quarter. Ball didn't come his way. He's really provided some scoring in the second quarter of action.
Smith kicks to Williams. Pass to Barnes. Over Jerebko. Barnes can't get it to go. And that concludes the first half. New Orleans. The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. One of the stories here, Wesley Matthews getting it done today.
Yeah, on the cut, off the dribble, he is a factor, and we saw that in the first half.
Coaches talk about having slashers on the team, and this is what they do. They get into the heart of the defense. They force difficult rotations. He's been tough to contain.
Well, we've got a moment left set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up for the second half. 7-4 now for the Pelicans. The star big men pair of Davis and Cousins are up front. Dejuan Moore is out there with Collison, and it's the great one in at the small forward position. We've heard the rumors, Brent, the death of the big man, but with guys like Towns and Porzingis and others entering the league that can play on the perimeter and still have that length to make a difference inside, could we see a big man renaissance, or at least maybe see him have more of an impact than people are giving him credit for right now?
Well, I think what we're seeing is the evolution of the 5 spot, Kevin. So it's not that the big man is lost. It's that the big man's doing a lot of the things that the little man used to be asked to do, and that is shooting threes, handle the ball, make some decisions at the top of the key, be a playmaker. It's fascinating to watch guys with this sort of size and this sort of skill, and also being this young, having such a tremendous impact for the organizations they're playing for.
And it's the Mavericks with the ball. The Pelicans make their last shot. There's Noel. It's rebounded by New Orleans. The Great One's got 4 rebounds in this game. Kicks it to Davis. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. And it's an 11-point New Orleans lead.
Well, there's a good feel that on the backside something was going to open up, and Cousins saw that.
From 15 feet away, rebounded by the Great One.
And they've only connected on 1 of 4 to start the half. Their offense is sputtering just a little bit here.
And stolen by Barnes. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
Well, if they had an edge at halftime, they might have lost it. Beginning this half, 1 of 5.
The Great One passes to Davis. That doesn't go either for Davis. Mavericks trailed by 11. Barnes outside, looking to get it going. It's tipped. And now the Pelicans on the break. The 10-footer. Collison, no good. For Dallas, they've gone only 1 of 6 in the field in the third quarter. Not how they pictured the half started. And Davis sends it back.
Just a wonderful effort from Davis on the defensive end with that rejection.
Collison kicks to Cousins. Feeds it to Moore. The 3. With the second effort. And it's laid in by Davis. Davis has got 5 points in the quarter.
And you can see how this game is going. I mean, put a body on somebody.
Right, you're down by double digits. You have to play with maximum intensity just to have a chance to come back. Not seeing it here.
Dallas calls timeout.
Sounds weird to say, but a guy 7 feet tall like Anthony Davis could be considered an out-of-nowhere superstar. In high school, he was a skinny kid on the bench, not like he's big now. But until an 8-inch growth spurt changed everything. That's why he's got those point guard skills.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Anderson, he's checked in for Powell. Robinson comes in for Barnes. And Andrew Harrison subbed in for Smith. And so it's New Orleans with it, following the 3-point attempt by Wesley Matthews. And the rejection by Noel. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Noel, it's good on the putback.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Screen by Cousins. Here's Collison. And the rejection by Noel. Here's Davis. Here's Collison. Kick out to Moore. Missed it. Even after all those chances. Over to the left wing. Robinson. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. Robinson's got his 3rd bucket of the night. And Davis wasn't on the recruiting radar really until his senior year of high school.
I really cannot believe that, especially after watching the 1 year in Kentucky, winning a national championship.
A minute 20 left in the third. Smith kicks to Williams. Now the dish to Barnes. Powell with the screen. The drive by Barnes. Dallas, no good that time either.
And they continue to control the glass.
The great one passes to Urepko. Collison against Smith. Baseline J on the way. A nice shot by Collison. Collison's got 8. There's 49 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Smith kicks to Barnes. Dives for it. Out of bounds. New Orleans will take possession. Matthews, he's checked in for Lou Williams. And the Pelicans also making a change. Cousins is checked in. Collison with it. He's got 8. He feeds it to Cousins. Young with the steal. It's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here. Mavericks trail by 10. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Just 5 to shoot. Dallas needs to get off a shot. The shot by Powell, no good.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
You hear a lot about rim protection. This is a good example of how valuable it can be.
And each bucket at this point feels like a backbreaker.
Well, to win at this level consistently, you cannot be faint of heart, and he's going in for the kill.
And so it's New Orleans enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. Back to the action after this word. And a moment ago, inside the huddle with head coach Alvin Gentry.
I'm telling you, it's all about learning, okay?
And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. Smith Jr. runs the point with Matthews at his side. They're the backcourt. Dwight Powell is out there with Nerlens Noel. And it's Barnes in at the 3 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Here's the great one, covered by Barnes. They recover it, and Cousins gets it to go.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Screen by Smith, and Matthews kicks to Noel. He dishes it to Smith. Over Collison. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
How about the quick release there by Smith? He does not lack confidence when he's in attack mode.
Cousins with a screen for Collison. The great one passes to Cousins. Sinks that one from the post. Cousins has got the lead up to 14 now for the Pelicans.
Yeah, the onslaught continues. He's been unstoppable now for a couple of nights.
Well, a tip of the cap to the coaching staff here. They're recognizing how well he's playing, so the game plan has been built around it.
And how about the execution on that play? The screen was set up in exactly the right spot.
And the finish wasn't too bad either.
Yeah, it's funny how you see so many picks, but this one sets up the defense well. No one rotates over. Bang! And they still need to step up just a little bit. They have the lead, but he needs to find himself out there.
From 13, that one's good. The New Orleans lead is cut down to 10 in the bucket from Powell. For New Orleans, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Here's Collison. Drops it in from 11 feet. And the Pelicans lead by 12. And the Mavericks call time here. So many naturally born playmakers and natural born scorers who have learned to become playmakers. That's kind of an interesting topic. Who do you think right now tops that list?
One guy that's pretty peculiar in that sense, I think, Kevin, is Jeff Teague. You know, so many years of success in Atlanta, but it was built around this team and the system and the fragility of what it was that those guys could do and needed to do for that team to win. I think that Jeff Teague has made himself into a much better playmaker in the NBA.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during the last break, Kevin, I got a chance to listen to the head coach of the Mavericks talk with his team. He does not think they're giving him everything. He said they've been faster to us all night. Loose balls, rebounds, everything. We got to wake up. It's slipping away, and we're letting it happen. We've got to seize this game. We'll see if he lit a fire under him, guys.
Smith kicks to Matthews. Pass to Barnes. Powell with the screen. Shot from 16. That's good on the jump shot. And that's 11 points for Barnes. New Orleans leading by 12. And stolen by Barnes. And Smith with a clear path to the hoop. Here's Powell. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points.
And this is what happens when you fail to block out.
Defensive rebounding just as important as causing the miss in the first place.
No good from Cousins. The Mavericks have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the fourth. Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession.
Yeah, the body language right now is not looking good for this basketball team. The game might be out of reach, but they have to avoid mistakes like that.
Anthony Davis is checked in for your red card. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Here's more. It's deflected. And, oh, here we go. Smith's got it. The pass for a chance. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. It's on Darren Collison.
And how about the confidence that Smith plays the game with? He knows he's not the biggest guy out there, but that doesn't stop him from being the most aggressive. And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Outside Collison. Passes it to the great three-pointer. And again, no good by New Orleans.
He's still looking for his shot. Somehow they're winning. They'd like to get him going.
Smith against Collison. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. New Orleans leading by 8. The great one passes to Davis. And it's Davis finishing it off.
So you have an all-star type player in Anthony Davis. He's going to handle that scoring load and always put you in great position.
Smith dishes to Noel. Back to Smith. And for the ball out of bounds, Davis touched it last. Drew Holiday's checked in for Darren Collison. Taken away by Holiday. Moore outside. He kicks it to Davis. Here's the great one. Here's Cousins. And the rejection by Noel. Smith kicks to Barnes. Outside Matthews. Powell with the screen. Baseline try. Shot is good off the back rim and in. And that's 12 points for Wesley Matthews. New Orleans leading by 8. Cousins with a screen for Holiday. Floats it up for Davis. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Barnes passes to Matthews. Over Moore. And it's Matthews again missing. For New Orleans, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field entering the fourth quarter. The kick out to Holiday. And again, no good by New Orleans.
And listen, you can't design a play any better to get a look that good. Just couldn't knock it down.
Well, the best players know that is going to happen, and you just can't let it get into your head. It's a shot that you want to take.
He used that pick just right.
And even if you get a hand up, Smith knows how to finish. When he's in the post, he is dangerous.
Holiday to the left side wing. The great one. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
And it's Moore penetrating. And the shot is good.
Moore, it can be fast. That time a blur, taking it to the rack.
Williams is checked in for Dallas. With the pregame players an outside shooting Brent, plus defensive rules that lessen the need to defend in isolation. Will we see guys playing for more years than ever before? Less wear and tear because there's less of it inside in games.
No, it's a great point, Kevin. I think that you're right about that. I also think that whatever we're doing off the court in terms of the players with nutrition and training regimen, that's going to be another reason why we'll see players be very effective well into their late 30s and sometimes into their early 40s, which is about my limit, Kev. I'm still effective at 45.
You are very effective at 45.
Perfect defense. Contesting without fouling, exactly what you want to do, especially deep into the paint.
And he hits it and gets hit on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
And while they haven't worked it inside as much in the second half as they did earlier, it wouldn't be a bad idea to get back to that strategy.
Pelicans leading by 6. Here's the great one. Powell pulls it in. Powell's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Smith left side. Over Davis. But they'll get another chance. Noel dishes to Smith. Dallas moving the ball around. And another shot. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one on Davis.
And Smith isn't afraid of getting hit on the way up, constantly getting into the guts of the D and forcing the issue.
New Orleans making a switch here. Collison's out there. And Cousins kicks to Collison. Here's Davis. Shot number 12 goes in. He's made 7 of 12 now.
Well, the Brow doing a good job of reading and being aggressive after the read. Excellent at hitting the glass with the length that he has.
Floats one. And the rejection by Cousins. Smith for 3. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got rebound number 12 here already in the game. And Cousins kicks to Collison. Back to Cousins. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Cousins with a great job of using the pump fake, exposing the ball, getting the defender out of position, and taking advantage.
And so both free throws are good. And it's a 9-point ball game here. Dallas now running out of time. There's a screen by Noel. A floater. A shot by Williams, no good. The Pelicans shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. There's the pick. Outside, Davis takes a shot at the elbow. That counts. He's put up 13 shots, and he's had 8 of those go in.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Pelicans.
A beautiful pass doesn't always get you on the highlight reels, but there were some spectacular dishes in this game.
Well, you know what? It was a team that was in sync and just trusted one another to take the right shots.
And so with this, they'll end up with their 2nd win on the year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And we watched them all night long. No one could really stop them. Just another excellent game it was for Davis.
Well, he could not be stopped on offense. Super efficient tonight. There wasn't a lot the defense could do.
There's a screen by Noel. Wow, that's good.
And defensively, you've got to make a greater effort working over the screens.
Yeah, it's a bit of a lazy play right there. You're hoping that the guy misses the shot without really doing your job in challenging it.
And stolen by Noel.
It'd take a miracle at this point.
Right, with this deficit and this late in the game, their time has already passed.
Tremendous effort. I mean, this guy has already cracked double digits on the backboards.
Rooting out guys for his position and then outworking them, so you add fundamentals with the effort, leader by example.
So we see New Orleans taking the W here. This was a very strong showing for him. Let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. Now, your effort at the defensive end was a key to the win. Was that an area of emphasis going into the game?
Defense is always a priority when I'm on the floor. I make that known. You know what I'm saying? Defense and offense are both priorities, and that's one of the reasons why I'm such a great leader on this team. That I make everything a priority so we can focus on things that we need to and not overlook something.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Brent Barry, great.